Okay. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hello, Luke is in the place. Good to see you. Mr. Dub, nice. Thanks for joining, guys. And so we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin, which is on a moon mission today. And yeah, feel good to have a bit of sustained upside, right? Since been quite a few weeks, right? So I'm starting here with yeah, the simple chart here. It's because we have well, of course, quite some level above us to deal with. That's always the case when we have downside and reverse. But yeah, here on this one, I try to keep it as clean as possible. Might even add something here like bottom block in green here. Great. So we have this trend line here in orange that I put a few time ago, some time ago, which provide a support on this dump here earlier this year, and yeah, not as precise, but was quite resistant here last week. And now we are coming into confluence. We are with our yearly open, which is gonna be a key level. I still kind of looking for this to go above, but surely it's gonna be key, especially for the next few days, because we have the January close coming on next week, which will be next Wednesday. And so I would want to see this, see how January close. We close above or under it. Right? For the rest of the year, it's going to be important. February as well. That's also why I'm not so surprised we have a rise here. I think it was kind of due that we get a retest of that yearly level here. Right, gonna see how it's gonna behave, especially in terms of, well, for the weekly close and even for the daily close coming here, and obviously for the monthly. It might get some reaction here. Gonna be defended both way, right? Now, in terms of count, so last week, of course, this is not going well here. Last week, we were here, right? That was January 19th, yes. So I say, I was looking for this count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and looking for bottom around 40,000. That was during the stream, and in fact, we did have quite a nice reaction with multiple forward bull div, diminishing volume, etc. Ultimately, that didn't play out fully. I mean, it gave a pretty nice reaction. I managed to get a long at the very low on that one. The micro count was working pretty well, but ultimately we lost that this week. So here's the count I made. I know that's the drill with Elliott Wave. We have to redraw the count as the market behave, right? But the idea is just to have a 1, 2 and extend this as a wave 3 and this as a 4, and here a 5th wave. You can quite precise target on that count still. I think the 3rd wave is on 261.8. Oh no, not as precise for the 3rd wave, but the final 5th here can see the 0.618 target of 1+3 here on the mini wave. Yeah, managed to get longs on the very, very, very low here. So quite happy with that so far. Of course, now, yeah, that's where I'm looking to rather take profit, get cautious, trailing some stop profit as well. They risk a bit. Yeah, smash the like. Wait, look. Let's forget that. Would appreciate that. So yeah, here, just in standard target, 1-2 here, we have the leg to get a third wave. Standard target 1.618, which would be about 42,800. I think we have some volume node in this area, right? But ultimately, that could take us to our 44 target, which could be supply of these two highs here and POC of the range. Right. That remains, target I think we can reach. It's depending how we behave where we are right now. But yeah, that's very possible. And if we're starting to get some stronger squeeze, we might have to extend the third wave a bit higher. But for now, that's what I'm looking at. And definitely, I will be, well, definitely depend how it's behaved. But if we get something like this, bit of consolidation and a few highs like this, I would probably be looking for shorts. Value area high, sweep of the highs here. Probably going to be looking here for short. But at that point, that most likely be looking for wave B and stay in this bigger range for a bit. And so the other idea I have here right now, it's just, I forget a bit the bigger context here, but not fully. We have the early open, which is going to be important resistance. And if I'm looking at what we have here, well, we have 3 move ups here, so a compelling full impulse here, and we have a consolidation into contraction. So what does it tell you? Well, maybe a triangle. Well, it is a triangle anyway, but maybe an Elliott Wave triangle, right? Elliott Wave triangle, it shouldn't be a wave 2, but it can be a wave B instead. So a corrective pass. In that case, if I take the fib extension, I'm reaching here where we are at the 90% with the pocket here, 1-1 extension at 42K. And if I'm taking the end of the triangle here, I have a clear move up here, clear retrace, clear move up, clear retrace. Now, how is this retrace? Maybe we have a flat here for the 4. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Well, that matters a bit, but maybe the wave 4 is down here. All that to say, maybe here we could be reaching a top potentially, right? And we do have a couple confluence for this. The order book, that what was making me rather bullish during the drops here. We had quite thick order book on the bid side. On the spread here, the important one for me, especially being the 2.5 to 5% spread. So we are in a clear bullish bidding here. Great bounce, and when we reach inside this fearful movement here earlier this week, we reach about 170 millions of bid side here on this spread, which is quite wide. It's in par with the very top of the ETF here. It's something we didn't saw a lot in the past. So maybe liquidity is increasing also because of the ETF, right? So we may have to deal with thicker the book overall. All that to say, that was looking pretty bullish absorption. Now, today, we see that we're starting to flip in red. It's not very thick yet here on spot, but quite some distribution we can see on derivative here. There was some sells. The order book remained relatively green in that, but as we grind up, we're turning fully red now, and a bit more here, especially here in the last hour or so. So there is sell orders. That doesn't mean we cannot go higher, but clearly there is intention to sell. Don't think I'm gonna expand too much today in what I think is happening, but I think it's possible we're seeing just the result of OTC deals here. The big selling from Grayscale, and overall we are on a net outflow on the ETFs, right? Just in the launch, not in a big way, but net outflow nonetheless. And most likely what market makers do is they're using liquidity of derivative to be able to distribute as better quote here. Well, that's why I think they were absorbing here their own short and other shorts, and they're releasing quite quickly. Now I'm saying this, but I'm seeing a bit of drawdown on the open interest finally. But we still have a lot of open interest here open, so there's still quite some place for a squeeze. So that's why I'm not excluding the potential for another crazy candle toward 44k here. Right, just need to push short into their limits, what they can endure. But I've been fairly healthy so far. We've seen, especially here during this consolidation, quite increasing in open interest with rather flat downtrending CVD, PEP CVD, and a rising spot CVD here. But there's still quite a lot to squeeze. So it can resolve in two ways. Either manage to flip longs into shorts here, and they're gonna squeeze down short. They're gonna close their longs, the remaining at market, and push price down and bank on the short side, or they keep pushing, and we start to see really a big short liquidation. Oh, well, now we have a bit today. It's fairly okay still. But we can see how we have lots of sales here, and we are reaching quite some important resistance. So willing to look for short here, but I cannot get my exhaustion working while I'm streaming recently. So it's gonna be complicated here, and I don't like trading while I'm streaming. I'm sure Luke knows what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna keep this stream fairly short because I'm gonna get back on my trading soon. I just made a chart earlier this week. This is just a chart, as I said, right? Just because I'm trying to gauge a bit market sentiment, etc., what everybody is looking at, and there's very clear, I can. Oops, that's not the one I was looking for. There was a few clear scenarios that we can expect, right, or that everybody is looking at, which are on the high time frame, which are the one that I talk about as well. So either we have a 1-2 in process, either we have the ABC, right? ABC. So ABC means that we are going for new lows below 15K. 1-2 means that we can basically retrace anywhere between September low at 24,850 and where we are, we can retrace anywhere inside here and be potentially in the subwave too. And obviously, the level that most are looking at is this about 30K, 32 level, right? It's a basic, the most basic support resistance flip we can look for, where we'll have as well the 200 weekly moving average that is going to get somewhere here as well. We'll have, what the fuck is that mean? ETM. We'll have, I don't know, other stuff. We'll also have the anchor view up from the very high. Anyway, it's a golden pocket retrace. I'm not going to name everything, but that would surely be a good place to long if it comes there. And I was thinking about that. Maybe we'll see a bit more LC consolidation here, for example, between our two yearly, this yearly open and previous yearly open here. And maybe all we're gonna see is just a sweep of the low we printed this week later on after the consolidation and print a 1-2 here, right? We have a nice channel here. I was just trying to look at what kind of scenario there is maybe not so many people looking at. It could maybe, trying to see what could be the max pain, quote unquote, ID. Max pain might be just ranging here, because there are going to be people looking for a bullish continuation, and there are others that are looking for this to be a major top and we drop either to that level here or lower. But often in this kind of case, the max pain scenario is just trend, chop, etc. And you got the halving coming, and then you got a breakdown after the halving to just sweep liquidity, and then you go. Something like this. I think could be nice. And that will still be a valid one too, right? Because we need to retrace anywhere inside here. But as long as we have retraced to the 382 level, that's quite enough. And that's going to be the 382 level retracing. Plus on log. Only as it's going to be the 50, but yeah, very good as well. And that's an important level as well, because it is our POC, depending on the tick size it moved. So yeah, maybe something to keep an eye on. Whatever happened here, you know, I say, yeah, I'm just gonna check. We're gonna close position here. Yeah, okay. Whatever happened here, I don't think we are going for new highs just yet, you know. If we're really going beyond the 44K, well, I'm gonna be looking at the upper yearly level. And I think there will be good chance that we keep ranging. That's pretty much it. Now I'm doing counts here, projection. This might play out very well. After, if we are in the scenario I just talked about, things gonna get choppy and extremely complicated to count. So, you know, we're gonna have to follow, but we know there is liquidity here, and you know we have a major level here. There is a naked POC somewhere. Is this one to load? A bit higher here, you know, kind of stuff. So we have a range to play with, and I think I'm just gonna continue to do that. Now, if we reject from here and we're going lower, break down here, well, in that case, we come back on the idea that we have the wave 2 here, for example, or the very bearish one. But in that case, we have a 1 on A and a 2 or a B, and we're going for a 3 or a C. And really, if we do this here, I think we might see, yeah, quite an heavy drop at that point. An heavy and a quick drop. So for me, the low that we put this week is, yeah, pretty important. It doesn't mean, of course, we're gonna drop directly as we go down there. I'm not gonna suggest you to take a breakdown short, but you know, if you SFP it, you consolidate a bit, maybe that one gonna be a breakdown short at that point. In fact, most likely if we reject here, I will maybe even look for a little long here and then a short on a lower high somewhere, to be defined depending of the price session, of course. But you know, we've seen how this have been beating, so quite a lot of bullish absorption. I think this can go higher, even if this could be just a way to distribute into the short squeeze here, potential short squeeze, because we didn't really see a real short squeeze yet. Yeah, I think this should sustain us a lot longer, right? And get us higher. Oh yeah, I guess that's it. That's all I had to say. What else? Yeah, quick look maybe at the premium discount. TUSD finally chilling out, but yeah, we have a big premium on the average Binance here because the TUSD pair was trading at a $1,000 premium for some reason, but very low volume, so that doesn't really matter. Maybe it's just CZ doing his stuff. We had quite some selling here on Coinbase today again, like every day during the New York because of Grayscale. Selling little discounts, not so much, but good work from market makers. There is CME that have been flipping into bullishness again yesterday. That is interesting because you know they have been pushing us quite a lot, especially you know late last year when they started to trade at a heavy premium. It was higher, and the small discounts kind of correlated with Pico bottom, right? All of this zone here. And now they're trading again at a significant premium, so I think they might be a bit of FOMO buying here, so it might continue to push us a bit. It's good to see. Bitfinex is a bit diminishing its buying pressure. The premium is diminishing, but it's still there. The volume is not crazy, but it's kind of sustained, so there's real buying on Bitfinex, and we can see it on the margin position, spot long position here. You know, they've been, that's what they do, you know, that's kind of market maker behavior as well, but more swing. It's not really market making, but you know, that the Bitcoin bulls, right? So I've been selling during the rise. We can see the discount, we can see the long going down as we go up. And now they are absorbing the selling, so also a sign for me to not be too much bearish. I think we plan to sustain price. That kind of thing doesn't mean we cannot go to 32K and keep seeing long going up. It's completely possible, but it would be rather telling me that I mean, as long as we don't see a big sell-off of that, that they are not looking to sub 15K at that point. So yeah, not my favorite option. So yeah, pretty much it. Did I have some questions from you guys? Now trading while streaming is easy. More people judging you, the easier it is. Yeah. For sure. Bye, hasta la vista. So yeah, smash a like if you appreciate. That's a short stream, but if I have no question, I'm gonna keep it short. Maybe it's gonna be preferable, in fact, because sometimes me rambling for an hour is not necessarily constructive. Appreciate also likes and retweets. Okay, kind of. I try to be helpful as well. Sharing the stuff when it's needed. I shared when we were at 38,500. I talked to you about last week. I was also sharing a few. This tweet were before. But on the 23rd, I say at 38,900, I closed my short from 48 from the high. Fully closed it. We were seeing the bidding. I say this is not the moment to open new short, right? There was fear, and it ended up for me. Well, that's what I share for the crew. Just a part, of course, but I didn't think we would go much below than 38.5, and the low here is in fact 38.5 precisely to the dollar, right? And in fact, I catch a few beats here to the dollar as well, or $10, right? So, but yeah, anyway, always appreciate. Thanks for joining. Have a good evening, a good weekend. Take care, trade safe, and see you soon. Bye-bye.